Yes. Well, you know what?
People that want to travel.
We have Miss G from Redlands High School Maskers on the line.
Thank you, Eric. Hi, Miss G. How you doing?
Just fine, and it's Soda Gonzalez.
Yes.
Soda Gonzalez.
Yes.
And I'm working at Redlands High School, the Theater Arts Department, and our group, the Masters.
Yes, and Michael Anthony was telling me that you are on October 6th, 7th, and 8th. You're going to be doing Dracula?
Yes, we are. Dracula by William McNulty, and it's based on the Bram Stoker novel.
If you want, you can read it.
And could you tell us about it, please?
Oh yes, it's a horror thriller, and it's about vampires, but it's not looking at vampires as romantic figures like in Twilight. It really is focusing on Dracula being an evil count who's out to do evil in the world.
That sounds good.
And it's very spooky. We have a lot of fog, and we have blood and screaming, and it'll be lots of fun, and it's very creepy. So, being that that's going to be October and Halloween soon, I think it's a good show to see for people.
Oh, definitely. And Miss G, how long have you been teaching at Redlands High?
I've been teaching 9 years.
That's a long time.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and I bet you have a lot of good stories to tell us, don't you?
Oh yeah, I've had students come in and out of the program, and there's fun times with theater, and because not everything doesn't always run smoothly.
Well, I commend her, for the arts, because I grew up going through high school and even junior high doing drama, and those are the best memories I have are the plays. But the arts are so important, and, we've lost so many. I'm glad that you're still doing it, and kids are getting an opportunity to have fun and express themselves and just have a good time. So thank you for doing that.
Oh, thank you. And they do come back after graduation. They do come back, and they realize what a special time they had,
Is there any singing in this play, in this production, or is it all?
No, it's mostly, it's a drama. It's a melodrama, actually. There is a little bit of singing, but it's not, intentional singing as per se a song.
How fun.
And now, Miss G, how many students are involved in Dracula this time?
There are 17 actors, the maskers, and then there's additional about 15 other kids that are doing on the technical side of it. Costumes, props, set, lights and sound.
And that's very important and a very good experience for them to learn that too.
Exactly.
So
it's one of the things about theater is the basic thing about theater. They learn to problem solve. They have to figure things out. Like right now, they're trying to figure out how to do all these special effects for the show.
And all of the students, they do it all on their own, don't they?
Well, actually, no, they do. They are being supervised by adults. They do all the work, but the adults kind of lead them, where they need to go and give them ideas. But they're the ones who actually do all the work. They do all the painting, the construction, basically it. But we do have adults that are in charge of them.
Well, that's good. And I do have to brag about you, Miss G, and the whole school of Redlands, because my grandson, Michael Anthony, goes there. And Michael has been in Miss G's class now. What is it, 2 years? This is his third year now, isn't it?
This is third year.
Yeah. And that he just... I can't say blossom because he'll sound like a girl, but he is so excited about this. He's grown, and everything that he has learned, and all of the performances that I and his mom went to see through the years, they're absolutely fantastic.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And now, real quick, Miss G, would you please give out the address, the date, and the time of the performances?
Sure. Dracula's at Redlands High School, which is at 840 East Citrus in Redlands. It's at Block Auditorium, right on the campus. And we are open on Thursday, October 6th at 7 o'clock, Friday and Saturday the 7th and 8th at 8 o'clock. And for tickets, you may want to check into our website, which is the Redlands High School website, which is rhs.redlandsusd.net.
Very good. And one more quick thing before I let you go, because I know you're very busy over there right now. On the 6th, is that when you're having the dinner?
No. Dinner? No, there's no dinner.
Huh. Because I got a little note here that...
that was popcorn. It was popcorn.
Oh, sorry. It's coming on the 13th of October.
Oh, okay.
The pizza. I'm sorry. I do apologize. That's a bleep and blunder. Okay. Well, Miss G, thank you so much for your time.
Sure.
And again, thank you so much what you're doing for them students.
Okay. Thank you for getting the chance for us to talk to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Happy Halloween.
Bye-bye.
She is one of the nicest ladies. It's just a great pleasure to go to a high school and see all these students getting involved with so many things. It's amazing.
Well, it raises their, self-esteem, and, gives them some self-worth, and it really prepares them for the years to come.
Right. Okay, now Eric just informed me that it's time for a break, so stay tuned and we'll be right back. Thanks.
If you own or work at a restaurant, bar, or nightclub, here's an important message to help improve your bottom line. At Starflight Entertainment, we rent professional karaoke DJ systems. The monthly cost is affordable, and Starflight systems are easy to operate. For more information, call me, Rich, or Bev at Starflight Entertainment, 909-797-7291. Starflight karaoke systems have great sound, and Starflight provides a large selection of songs, everything from the 40s to today's latest hits. We at Starflight Entertainment will supply a professional karaoke jockey, or we'll train someone for you. The Starflight system can also be used almost like a jukebox during your slower times. Starflight Entertainment has been in business since 1989, and many bars, restaurants, and clubs have been customers for up to 10 years. Starflight covers San Bernardino, Riverside, Orange, and Los Angeles counties, and we can help improve your business. So remember the name Starflight Entertainment, and remember 909-797-7291.
Starflight Entertainment.
Rockland Framing is asking everyone who can to get out and donate blood this month. Blood supplies are low, and help is needed from everyone. It's safe, simple, and it works. Give blood. Give the gift of life. This message courtesy of Rockland Framing, serving the Corona and surrounding area for 16 years and providing the finest quality workmanship and products for commercial and custom residential structural wood framing. Contact Rocky at 951-277-8027 for your next project.
A penny for your thoughts? Sorry, ideas are priceless. AM 1050, KCAA.
And we're back, everybody. And, Carol, we had to stop because of with Ann Taylor on the phone. Would you like to add some more before we get to the Believe Walk?
Oh, well, thank you. Well, I just would love to encourage your listeners to think, close your eyes if you're not driving. If you're driving, please don't. But where do you want to go? I mean, everyone wants to take a vacation. We've all been challenged with the ups and downs that life throws our way. And yet, if you deal with an expert, they can probably find that perfect fit for what you can and what you want to do. And if you're working with that expert, they're going to be able to give you some tips. And that's what you're going to find with our expert travel advisors. And again, I want to encourage you to call our offices. We've got offices throughout Southern California and in Carmel, and to give us a buzz or go to the website. You can always email a request and someone will get back to you. We pride ourselves on our responsiveness and our energy and our enthusiasm, and we are always there to help you and give them good guidance. Again, and please search us out on Facebook, World Travel Family of Agencies. Like us, and then post on our wall that you're one of the Let's Go Shopping listeners, and you're going to be entered into the raffle for a $250 travel voucher.
I have a quick question for Carol.
Yes.
This is Eric, by the way.
Hi, Eric. I see you.
I see you too. What about people with timeshares? People that have timeshares, are you guys able to...
We really don't deal with that snippet of travel simply because most of the time they work with their timeshare companies and they trade and they do all that.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of an animal in itself. But, oftentimes what we do help people with, though, is they have a timeshare in a destination and they want to add to it. Besides their week or 2 week or month, whatever they've got, they decide they want to, while they're in San Juan, they're going to take a cruise or they're going to do something else. So we oftentimes just piggyback on sometimes what they might have already been locked into with their finances. So that answer your question, Eric?
Absolutely.
Good.
And I got to say one thing.
Yes.
Diane and Bev, did you guys go to the same hairstyles?
No.
Because you guys get the same hair color going.
I know. It's just one of those freaky things that happen.
That's unplanned?
Well, okay.
Unplanned.
All right.
Are you serious?
Now, Eric,
It is
since you
almost the same
asked,
shade.
I will take 1 second, and then we got to get right back into this. The first time I did my hair on Monday, it was the hideous, most ugliest color you have ever seen. I look like a blooming pumpkin. I panicked. I went back down to the gals at the salon, and I'm going, help. So we played around with it. We redid it, and it ended up to this color.
And it looks beautiful.
Thank you. And I don't look like a pumpkin anymore. Yay!
It's really pretty.
Yes.
Very pretty.
Thank you.
Anyway, I have a question. As we were breaking off to speak to Arlena from Maine Taylor, right now with the economic times and everything, but people still want to go and get away. So I have a question that might be something that listeners may have in their mind as well as myself. What if there's a group of people and they want to go somewhere? Do you have any kind of a payment plan so they can prepare for the vacation? Like, for example, there's a big group of us going to Minnesota next year to my nephew's wedding, and then we want to do things while we're there. But, some people, everybody's going, but they need to prepare financially. Or maybe we want to go, we're talking about a little cruise with a bunch of girls. Do you do any kind of plans like that?
Right. Yes, and you're not alone. There are still lots of families, groups, reunions, people that just get together, girls' trips, and they do need to plan ahead. Most of us need to plan our finances in advance. One thing we can do, if you're planning a tour or a cruise, generally you only need to put a deposit down. So that gives you a little bit of a window with a calendar of when the next payment's due or the final payment's due, so you have time to budget. And oftentimes people are concerned about that, like, do I need to pay the whole kit and caboodle right now? No. Generally, if you're booking a tour or cruise, you're going to make a deposit. Now, sometimes there's a little bit of fine print in there if you want to lock in on the price, guarantee. It depends on the vendor and where you're going, what's going on, because if you really want to lock it in, sometimes you are encouraged to pay it in full. But most of the time, you can make a deposit. You're going to be just fine. Again, don't hold me to that. That's going to be subject to change and increase. Price of fuel goes through the roof even more. Airlines and cruise lines, everyone's going to raise their prices accordingly. That's just the way of life, and certainly we've been party to that all the last few years, too. So,
thank you. That's good to know. And what is the most bang for your buck right now as far as travel? Is it Europe? Is it a cruise? Is it Hawaii? Is it within the United States?
Well, it's interesting because who you talk to, you're going to get a different answer on that one. I happen to know that probably some of the best values are here in the States simply because we're not worrying about what our dollar's doing against a foreign currency. Like I said, the Head Over Heels program with Classic Vacations is excellent. You're going to get a great value. Cruising is always a very very good value as well, simply because it's all inclusive.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because we've been talking about spending our money in the United States and how important that is. So I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And one thing that I thought was really nice, and it made me think about when Carol and I began talking about this, was that so many of us get so caught up with our day-to-day, busy, and don't allow ourselves a vacation. And it started, I've always dreamed of going to Hawaii. I've always dreamed of going here. If you get working on it, that dream can become a